Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing another rhythm tutorial today. So this one we've been focusing a lot on 4/4 rhythms, so things like your Maksum family, your um, Gawazi rhythm, your Wahda, um, what else? A Sambati rhythm. So we're going to be shifting gears into some 8/4 rhythms today. So for this one, we're going to be looking at the Masmoudi Kabir. So you might remember that our Baladi rhythm is also known as Masmoudi Segir, which is small Masmoudi. This is Masmoudi Kabir, which is big Masmoudi. So as I said in the Baladi tutorial, the Masmoudi Kabir is very similar rhythm structure, but it's going to be over 8 beats. So when we're counting, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so I'm going to just talk this rhythm out for a little bit, just so you get a sense of where all of our beats are falling. And then we'll slowly work into playing these rhythms, because in Western music, a lot of the things that we hear uh, ends up being in like a 4/4 or a 3/4. Not a lot of these really longer rhythm structures. So it takes a second to kind of get a feel for it. But once you do, I think you'll really enjoy um, both playing it and also dancing to these rhythms. Okay, so I'm just gonna, again, we're gonna talk it out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, tack. Okay, so that's one version of the Masmoudi Kabir. We're also going to play with another version, but let's just get a feel for that one first. So it's again, you're going to start out with your dooms first, and then we'll add the text as you feel comfortable, right? So it's doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, tack, 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 Now, as we know at this point, a lot of our Arabic rhythms are going to be filled in, and these 8/4 rhythms, I think, really lend themselves to all of that really beautiful embellishment that we love so much in this style of drumming. So, we'll keep it kind of simple for now, but if you're really feeling good and you're feeling confident and you want to just start riffing in your own way, you're welcome to do that, or you can kind of follow along with me with some of these more simple embellishments on this rhythm. So, or you can just stick with your basic skeleton. Okay, so I'm sorry, I kind of went off a little bit with the riffing there, but you can see that that skeleton rhythm stays the same regardless of what you're throwing on top of it, right? Okay, so I want to play with the Masmoudi Kabir with a different variation. So again, we're sticking with that same 8 beat count, but instead of the two dooms at the beginning, you're going to actually hit three. So it's doom, 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 tack, doom, tack, tack, 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 doom, 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 tack, doom, let's give that a little play. So it's very nice. So that's our Masmoudi Kabir two different ways. Um, so as you can see, the embellishing is really nice on these 8/4 rhythms, but you can also add some variety and some contrast when you kind of drop all of that embellishment and just really showcase those nice strong bass tones. So I hope you enjoyed this one and play a little bit with this on your own, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.